Ang tagal? Ang tagal, no? Ikichat ako sa mga parents. Ano, Jejo? Pa-admit naman si Mrs. Sakopon, Nelia Sakopon. Jo? Importante nga andito siya. Jejo? Jo? Live na sa YouTube. Ayan, very good. Oo, sige. Very good. Naka-Google Meet daw si Dr. Abelia. Naka-Google Meet. Start na tayo siguro. Naka-live na? Pwede na siguro tayo? Ano? Sabihan mo na lang si Nelia. Paano ba si Nelia? Papasukin mo si Nelia, Aileen. Start na tayo kasi it's very late na. Nakakaya sa parents.
Okay. A pleasant afternoon to all. Welcome to the School of Medical Technology online consultation with students and parents on enhancements on level 2 and 3 of the BSMT curriculum. I am Mark Mendros, your host for today's event. Let us start the program with an opening prayer to be led by Professor Carmen S. Dizon, Program Head, Department of Medical Technology, CEU, Makati.
Thank you, Mark. Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Holy God. Heavenly Father, would like to praise and thank you for this afternoon that you have given to us, an opportunity to gather with our students, together with their parents across 3 campuses. We thank you also for the privilege to serve our stakeholders. Use us mightily for the welfare of everyone. We ask for your wisdom and knowledge, especially in our decision making. We pray that your presence be at the midst of our special day as we tackle the improvement of our curriculum. Please bless every one of us. We humbly ask this request in the sweetest name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
To introduce our guest from the Administrative Council and from the Manila, Makati, Malolos Campus and the Centro Escolar Las Piñas, and the officers of the Medical Technology Student Council, let us welcome the Assistant Dean of the School of Medical Technology, Dr. Eileen C.
Dear parents, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce to you in today's meeting important people, from top administration, starting from Dr. Carlito B. Olaer, Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Leonila Abella, Dean of Studies of Centro Escolar Las Piñas, Mrs. Maria Carmen Dizon, the Program Head, Department of Medical Technology, Makati. Mrs. Regina Hasul, Program Head, Department of Pharmacy and Medical Technology, Malolos. Dr. Maria Cristina Liwanag, Assistant to the Dean, Mr. Mark Rodrigo Mendros, Internship Coordinator. We also have with us the Assistant Head of CEU Clinical Laboratory, Mrs. Nelia Sacopon. For the MedTech Student Council, we have the MedTech Student Council Advisor, Ms. Maidi Andrea Mejorada. With the MTSC officers, headed by the President, Jejomar Ferrer, the Vice President, Mitch Lee Elizaga, Secretary Patricia Ann Cesar, Lucene Aborong, Treasurer, Kian Carlo Bumanglag, Auditor, Susmita De Lima, PRO. For the junior officers, we have Leo Emmanuel Villapando, Junior Vice President, Ian Galupo, Executive Assistant to the President, Jetro Tarasina, Junior Secretary, and Mark Bonifacio, Junior RO. We also have with us our school clerk, the School of Medical Technology, Frances Ann Arabic. Thank you.
Now, for the presentation of the agenda for today's event, let us call the Dean of the School of Medical Technology, Dr. M.
Okay. Good afternoon, dear parents, dear students, and of course, our administrators who were introduced a while ago. Okay. Thank you for coming over and really being with us and accommodating us in this meeting. So we have invited you to really communicate with you our curricular enhancement. Centro Escolar University, with a tradition of innovation, is always finding ways to make our procedures more relevant and more efficient and more effective. We are really prime movers in the field of medical technology, and pwede ho ba magkwento ng sandali, no? In the 2021 January board examinations, among more than 130 schools, 138 schools, School of MedTech is the 5th top performing school awarded by the Professional Regulations Commission. In the March 2021 board examination, luckily, a graduate of Centro Escolar Makati campus, Mr. Bernard Olindan, placed third. And also another one from Manila, CU Manila, MedTech, Melissa Sirinya, placed 9. So also in the latest PASMET convention, the School of Medical Technology was awarded the first HEI offering MedTech to be level 4 first reaccredited by the Commission, by the Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities, Commission on Accreditation. So we are proud of our tradition, and we always find ways how to serve our students. Because, my dear parents, we are with you in your ambition, in your goal. We have put that to our mission. We would like to really be partners, to really develop your children, our children now, because you entrusted them to us. And let me take the opportunity, dear parents, for thanking you, to thank you for giving us the trust. You gave your children to us, and we will not disappoint you because we would like to develop them to their full potential. We are with you, we are partners, and so we have called for you to be able to really cascade our innovation in the form of curricular enhancements. So, ayan po, salamat po sa pagdalo. And now we are here to present to you the meat of the meeting. Why do we have to call for you? Okay, sige po. Next slide, please. Dr. Liwanag. All right. Let me inform both parents and students that there will be the affected students are those who are incoming second year in incoming third year. And it follows then that the first year will be affected, okay, by this curricular enhancement. The first thing that we will discuss is the interprofessional education and practice was transferred from the fourth year, first semester, to third year, first semester. Why did we have to do this? The change will prepare the students early on in the program, in the MedTech program, to appreciate the value of collaboration with other members of the healthcare team, with the end in view of providing efficient and effective health service. So early on, matututo na ang mga students natin kung paano makipag-mingle, makipag-deal, because we have to instill in our students' minds that every member of the healthcare team is important. They are equal, no? There is no more important, less important. We have to value each other's contribution to the effective delivery of health services to our patients. Furthermore, when students are already in the fourth year, they can focus more on internship because they have already taken the interprofessional education and practice early on. So they can focus on internship in our accredited training hospitals. And then they can focus more on the assessment courses, which is already a review course. We are helping them already review in the fourth year so that early on they could be prepared for the board exams. Okay. And of course, the special topics which are meant to really update our students on the advances and trends in the profession. Because medical technology is a very fertile and very rich science. Day in, day out, there are changes. in the form of advances. Na-establish pa lang ngayong araw na to, ilang linggo, meron na namang bago. Napaka ano talaga, mabilis ho ang fast pace ang mga changes and improvement. So, etong special topics na to will update them on the trends and advances. All of these courses, internship, assessment courses in the form of review of the board exam courses, and the special topics will help them in their board exam, because our aim is to prepare them to really be registered medical technologists or RMT. So, in effect, the change in the sequence will result in a change of units and hours from, ilan ba to? Hindi ko makita to. From 24 to 25 units. Kasi meron po tayong isang lecture unit na inakyat ho. So, magiging 45 na ho ang hours. Third year ho ito, first semester. First semester. Para po, pag nag-fourth year, nag-intern na, medyo nakafocus na ang kanilang mind sa review na. Pa-review. Malapit na graduation. Yun ang ating pong change in sequencing. Okay. Nabawas ho sa fourth year first. Okay. Next slide, please. So, ito po yung sinasabi natin. Ito po sinasabi natin, oh. Dati, nung wala pa po yung Interprofessional Education and Practice, 24 ang total units. Total hours, 44. Nung dinagdag po natin yung 1 unit lecture, naging 25 na ho ang total units. Yung total hours ho, naging 44. So ganun po, inakyat po natin sa third year first semester from the fourth year first semester. Inakyat po. Para pag fourth year, internship na lang. Duty na yung mga yan. Busy na ho yan sa pagre-review. Kasi po, fourth year curriculum tayo. Sa curriculum na to, ang internship buong fourth year, 12 months. Okay? So my dear second year and third years, incoming second year, incoming third year, ito ang isa sa mga enhancements natin. Okay? Next slide, please. Okay. Ito po ang second enhancement. A laboratory course, clinical laboratory practice, we simply call it CLP, be added to laboratory management. A 2-unit pure lecture. Papakita po natin to. My dear students, my dear parents, when I was still a student in CEU, even before me, there was already a clinical laboratory practice. But this was still standalone. Standalone. We were not given credit for our work in the CLP. It is just a requirement prior to internship. Many universities offering medtech benchmarked us. Tayo po ang una nito, na una tayong mag-offer. Okay. This offering of CLP now will be added 1 unit laboratory. Sa CEU ho, pag 1 unit laboratory, it will now be equivalent to 3 hours laboratory. Siyempre po, laboratory nagpi-perform. Kaya talagang yun ang ano doon, para yung kanilang manual dexterity ma-enhance. Okay. The additional laboratory class will hone the skills of students in the laboratory procedures they are to perform during internship. With the CLP as pre-internship course, students gain confidence in laboratory work since they will be dealing with patients already. So in CLP, they will deal with patients. Pag face-to-face ho tayo, ang kaso ho, eto na nga po ang nangyari. So, ang original ho na curriculum, 217 units. Magiging hong 218 kasi nga yung additional CLP na laboratory component ng ating laboratory management. Next slide, please, Tina, para we can see the change very well. Okay. So for the incoming second year and incoming third year students, the third year second semester is where the additional CLP will be placed. Okay. To your left are the courses or the subjects. Okay. We can see here the laboratory management with CLP. From, nakikita po ninyo to your left is 2 units only. Walang laboratory ho before. Ayan. Oo, walang laboratory. So tayo po, nag-enhance tayo ng curriculum para ho, maisali na sa curriculum ng mga bata ang additional 1 unit lab which is 3 hours. Okay. What is the advantage of including this in the curriculum? One, when they need a certificate for enhancements, for additional skills developed, they don't need to get certificate anymore from our clinical laboratory because our clinical laboratory is the one which will conduct this. Practitioner ho talaga, mga medtechs ho talaga. Talagang sanay na sanay ho sa mga skills, sa procedure. Okay, no need to get a certificate. So this additional laboratory will be part of their official transcript of records. Okay. As I said a while ago, the manual dexterity will be improved. And they will gain more confidence as what they will be doing in the clinical laboratory practice are the ones that they will almost always do routinely in internship. In essence, they will now be able to be more confident in doing the internship and in dealing with patients. They will be more compassionate. They will know how to deal with patients, build rapport, because they are now confident in the procedure itself. They are performing that in the clinical laboratory practice, which we are adding as a 1 unit. Furthermore, when you are employed locally or even internationally, employers put a high premium on the skills developed by the students. We shall add this in the certificate that we issue to students who are applying for visa screen when they like to go abroad. No? So they will see that there is additional number of contact hours. Ms. Arabejo says, we have to take note, we have to add this to the certificate when they request for employment abroad and for any other purposes. Okay. So clearly, we really have to include this as also this second year, incoming second year. They will be under this curriculum and we call it 2019-2020 curriculum. So incoming second year, incoming third year will benefit from this curricular enhancement. Okay, so what we are saying then, baka po kayo malito, ano? So first semester kasi, we will start in August. August ang first semester natin and will end in December. Okay, first semester po. Okay. So, sa first semester, ang ma-apply lang naman yung iniakyat natin, interprofessional educational practice. Pag second semester, kailan po yun? January 2022 until June 2022. Eto na po, doon po mag-a-apply, January 2022. Yun po ang second semester ng third year. Yung mga incoming third year, sila po ang unang magbi-benefit dito na naka-include na sa curriculum nila. January 22 po yan. Okay. So in essence po, Because of this curricular enhancement, from the total number of units of 31, okay? Tapos yung hours is only 45. Because of this curricular enhancement, our total number of units now will be 32. Because 31 plus 1 unit of laboratory is 32. As I said a while ago, 1 unit of laboratory takes 3 hours. So 45 plus 3 ho, di 48. So that is our presentation. So from the original 2017 units, we are now having the 218 units. Mamaya po kung may tanong, okay. So our very able assistant dean will tell us about clinical laboratory practice. And we have here the assistant head of our clinical laboratory, and they are the ones doing the skills enhancement in CLP or clinical lab practice. Mamaya, kung may mga tanong po, we are ready naman po, and we are happy to communicate and answer your queries. So, Assistant Dean Dr. Eileen Patron will present to us the CLP itself, the program itself that will be experienced by our incoming third year when they are now in the second SEM, January 2022. Ayan po. Take it away, Dr. Patron.
Thank you, Dean. Okay. In order for us to have the concept of the clinical laboratory practice or CLP, we provided here the course description, the course learning outcomes, as well as the different laboratory activities or laboratory tests that the students will perform. So to start, we'll have here the course description. Okay, the course description is or includes medical technology students here will undergo training at the CEU Clinical Laboratory in preparation for their internship. The training is supervised by the CEU Clinical Laboratory staff in the following sections. Next slide, please. Hematology, clinical chemistry, microbiology, serology and blood banking, clinical microscopy and parasitology, and another enrichment laboratory test, the drug testing. Next slide, please. For the course intended learning outcomes at the end of the semester, the student is able to, ito po yung expectation namin, that after having this CLP, ano ba ang meron sa mga estudyante? 1, enhanced knowledge and skills on the routine laboratory test procedures done in the various sections of the clinical laboratory through the actual performance of the required tests, including orientation on automation and quality assurance in the laboratory. Next slide. 2, to be updated with other techniques being used in the laboratory, which will guide them in their hospital internship. 3, ito ang pinaka-importante po, okay, why other schools benchmark CEU for this, okay, because as commented by those in our industry partners, napupuri po ang mga interns at graduates ng CEU. It is because of number 3, develop confidence in performing actual laboratory work in a clinical laboratory setting. Kumbaga, unang araw pa lang nila, unang linggo pa lang nila sa hospital, kala mo, alam na talaga ng mga estudyante ang mga dapat gawin. Kumbaga, meron na kasi silang orientation, meron na silang background, so may confidence sila to perform the test. Next slide, please. So what are these laboratory activities or laboratory tests that we are talking about? So under the hematology section, pinaka-importante po, this is routine, ito ay halos araw-araw na ginagawa sa laboratory, sa hematology section, is the complete blood count or the CBC. Then in clinical chemistry section, we have, okay, alam na alam din natin itong test na to, the fasting blood sugar or the FBS, the total cholesterol and blood uric acid determination. Under clinical microscopy and pathology section, they will be performing the routine urinalysis, okay, and routine fecalysis. Culture and sensitivity test is one of the important tests that is being done in microbiology section. For serology and blood banking, we have ABO and RH typing, cross-matching of blood, and cross-matching of blood. Drug testing, as I've mentioned earlier, is an enhancement laboratory test. Not all hospitals have this drug testing laboratory. We are lucky that in CEU, we are performing the drug testing analysis. And this is, again, another, no, isa sa mauuna ang mga graduates natin, ang mga interns natin, kung papaano sila kung papaano ito ginagawa. Okay, example ng mga drug testing substances na pwedeng ma-detect or test na mape-perform is determination of cannabinoid and methamphetamine. Okay, I guess I have presented you a small concept, okay, about the clinical laboratory practice. Thank you for listening.
I think you will give them a time to Mark. Yung mga open forum.
Thank you, Dr. Patron, for the presentation.
About the clinical laboratory.
Okay, so kindly type your questions. If you have any questions regarding the presentation. Yes, Pudin. To our attendees, kindly type your questions in the chat box. Okay, Dean, there's this one question from one of the other attendees. So the question is, do we have other library resources we can access? Yun po yung question.
Okay. Yes, we have plenty of library resources that you can access. We have plenty. Even at present, our library is on full swing. They are open and they even have Ask a Librarian and all that. Seems as if naka face-to-face tayo. Very rich ho ang ating library resources kasi sure ho yan kasi we are accredited. Accreditors always examine our holdings, especially mga journals, books. May mga hard copy tayo, may soft copy rin tayo. It's all there in the library. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Dean. Another question is from another attendee. Ma'am, super compressed na ang mga subject. Okay lang po ba na dagdagan ang meeting with the teachers?
Dagdagan ang?
Ito po yung question ulitin ko po. Ma'am, super compressed na ang mga subject. Okay lang po ba na dagdagan ang meeting with the teachers?
Okay. Thank you for asking that. Thank you for asking that. Let me inform you that yesterday we had a meeting with academic affairs. So we will evaluate the subjects or the courses, which will have more meetings. At present, all subjects or all courses are taken in one learning block. That means 5 weeks. Correct? Oo. But we will evaluate, and I think we will put high priority to the board exam subject, which we will do is to recommend for lengthening. Instead na 5 weeks, 10 weeks ang parang time frame na mag-aaral. Mas maraming synchronous, mas maraming chances. Hindi mababurden at hindi ma-feel ng mga bata na nagmamadali, compressed. Oo. Kasi itong pandemic talaga, no? Oo, yan, ganun. So ito na ho. We learned a lot. We got feedback from students. We had focus group discussions from faculty members, from students, and we listened to this. We are set to recommend on Monday. And initial recommendation na nakikita ho namin na academic ng School of MedTech, academic kami na mga administrator. Yung mga board exam lalo na yun ang ating tatargetin. Kasi talaga namang syempre mas gusto nating maraming meetings. Yan. We will implement that for the following school year starting August. Pero yung mga general curriculum na wala namang mga laboratory, ganun pa rin. We have to evaluate kasi syempre, we put high premium on the board exam. Lalo na ngayon nag-pandemic, wala tayong hands-on, di ba? So, yan ang ating concern. Kaya the more so na dapat meron tayong clinical lab practice. Lilinawin ko lang. Yung face-to-face na clinical laboratory practice, yung face-to-face, pupunta kayo sa clinical lab under the supervision of our clinical laboratory staff, will happen if really we are on face-to-face in January of 2022. But if we do not have any face-to-face, we already have prepared simulation lab in coordination with Dr. Patron, Ma'am Nel Sacopon of our clinical lab. Na-experience siya ni na Mr. Jejumar Ferrer, yung mga council officer, yung incoming intern. Meron sila ngayon. Kasi pinatake namin sila. Kasi wala ngang hands-on para mas makatulong sa kanila. Itong performance na inano ni Dr. Patron, itong mga in-enumerate niya, gagawin nyo to isa-isa. Lahat kayo pag merong face-to-face. Pero dahil hindi pa naman tayo face-to-face, virtual, may module tayo. Pero may mga simulation lab. I-demonstrate ni na Ma'am Sacopon kung paano ginagawa. Actual, yung mga reagent, yung mga urine, paano itong mga bacteria na to, paano itong FBS na to, paano yung drug testing, ano yung cannabinoid, marijuana, methamphetamine, shabu. Yan naman kasi ang usually abused drugs, no, in our society. So, isa-isan yung gagawin yan pag magka face-to-face. And hopefully in January 2022, face-to-face na tayo. Magagawa yan natin. Okay? Yan. Ito, January pa naman to 2022. Yan. Okay. May tanong pa? To tell you, also to update you, dear parents and dear second year and third year students. Central Escolar University, School of Medical Technology, the School of Nursing, the School of Dentistry, we are just awaiting for the certificate of authority from the Commission on Higher Education because we will be opening little by little by offering limited face-to-face. In the School of MedTech, we shall start it off with internship. In partnership with our hospital affiliates, which are all CHED accredited, we will be opening the door for internship, limited face-to-face, with very, very strict adherence to protocols. And we follow what CHED, what DOH mandates us. And CEU is one of the first schools. Siyempre may mga naunahong iba like UST, pero kami po yung kasunod yan. First schools to be given permission to do limited face-to-face. And in MedTech, we will start with internship. Incoming fourth year will experience limited face-to-face. Na sana po yung pandemic mag-abate na, maging ano na tayo, MGCQ. Ano po tayo ngayon? MECQ, di ba? Sana mag-MGCQ na or GCQ. Pag ganon, lalong-lalo na. Na-inspect na po kami at inaantay na lang yung certificate. Nakalimutan lang i-deliver ang certificate. Oo, nag-prepare po tayo para dyan. Okay, thank you. May mga tanong pa ba, Mark?
Apo, Dean, we will just select those questions which were not yet answered po.
May comment si Ma'am Morales.
Okay, ito po yung another question po. Just to clarify, the new curriculum recently discussed will be for the third year, second semester, right? And,
Yes.
Apo. And kailan po ang face-to-face classes ng mga students?
Yes. Alam niyo po, excited po kami mag face-to-face. Pero ang sigurado po, nabigyan kami ng authority na starting first semester, which we will start in June. Sa internship, kasi po ang internship 12 months eh. 12 months. 12 months ang internship. Ang internship 1, start po kami ng June, tayo ng June. Yung incoming fourth year yan. Oo. Yan ang merong limited face-to-face na may authority na po tayo. Pero po yung mga subject na yan, yung mga pang-under, yung mga third year, second year, wala pa pong masyadong ang CHED dyan. Kasi nga ho, ang unang na-prioritize kasamang MedTech sa 7 priority courses, medicine, nursing, MedTech, PT, midwifery. May dalawa pa eh. Ang tinignan ko lang MedTech eh. Kasama tayo doon. So ang atin, internship. Kasi clearly, internship should be taken with limited face-to-face because skills should be developed. Lalo itong sina incoming fourth year, online sila. Kaya talagang medyo inabata namin na mag-CLP sila. Ang pangalan ng kanilang course, special topics, inakyat namin para kina fourth year, itong fourth year na to, incoming fourth year, para mag-CLP sila. Para pag nag-intern sa June, limited face-to-face, kahit paano may alam na ano na na-orient na. Yung mga fasad ng hospital, nakikita nila kung paano. Yung mga practitioner mismo ang nagtuturo. Sina Ma'am Sakopon, yung mga staff, mga RMT talaga. Industry partner. Pag nagluwag ang gobyerno, excited kami mag face-to-face para magkita-kita po tayo. Mas maganda po talaga face-to-face eh. Kaya lang, itong pandemic eh. Lahat naman talaga controlled eh.
Thank you po, Dean. I'll take in charge po since may gagawin lang daw po si Sir Mark. Mag-CR lang daw po siya. Next question po tayo, Dean. The question is, since there is an additional laboratory, would that also mean an additional fee?
Oo, yun. Inaantay ko yung tanong na yun. Okay. There will be an additional fee of 1 unit plus the costs of this. May cost. This will be effective in the January 2022 third year. Yung mga third year dyan, ang tawag sa inyo sa January 2022, candidates for internship. You will now take CLP.
Okay.
Merong cost kasi yung mga reagent na to.
Ilagay mo na yun. O balik, kargahin niyo mo na yun.
May cost ho talaga. So nagpa-tentative cost kami sa accounting. Kasi po syempre, ang layo pa ng January 2022. Oo. Oo. So, nagpa-approximate kami. Kung interesado po kayo, syempre, kasabihin natin. Syempre, sasabihin ko na, okay. Pag meron tayong face-to-face na CLP, syempre po, gagamit ng reagent. Gagawa kayo ng complete blood count, gagawa ng fasting blood sugar test for diabetes, total cholesterol sa mga nagka-high blood, uric acid sa rheuma. Mag-examine kayo ng urinalysis, makita kung may UTI, may mga bulati ba para makita ng mga students. Microbiology, culture and sensitivity test, paano po ito? Para malaman kung epektibo ang antibiotic na ginagamit sa pasyente. Kaya ang mga doktor nagre-request kasi para hindi masayang ang gamot, hindi trial and error method. At yan ay natututuhan sa microbiology. Importante ho yan para hindi magkaroon ng mga resistant na bakterya sa ating milieu. Masyado na tayo maraming resistant na bakterya. Sa blood banking, yung mga ABO blood typing, ano yun? Type A, type B, type AB, type O. Yung RH naman po, RH positive, RH negative. Tapos itong cross-matching ho, tuturuan sila mag-examine. Pwede bang i-transfuse ang dugo ni Pedro kay Pablo? Tuturuan sila ng ganon. May mga, sabi nga ni Dr. Patron, yung drug testing, di ba? For marijuana, for shabu, special feature ho ito. Ang ibang hindi marunong nito. So pag graduate ang mga bata, they can train to become a drug testing analyst, or you can put up your own drug testing laboratory. Pwede yan. So yan mga additional namin yan. Okay? Pag hindi naman po kasi face-to-face, online lang, ang cost mababa. Kasi gagamit lang yung teacher during class, ide-demonstrate, gagamit ng mga reagent. Kaya masyadong maliit lang pag online. Pero pag nag-face-to-face so tayo, medyo malaki. Kasi may consumables, ang tawag po consumables, yung mga yan. Mga typing sirang yan. Bumibili tayo ng ng pang-test ng marijuana. Kasama po yan sa totality. Pambili kung may diabetes ba. Ginagawa nila po yun kasi yung pagpapipet. Tapos ang maganda pa dito sa CLP, kahit na mahal yung mga machine ng clinical laboratory, automated machine, yung mga high-tech, mag-o-observe sila. Mag-o-observe po sila. Yes, Tina. May sagot si Tina. Tina? Ano yung Tina? Pag nag-face-to-face, ipiperform to. Talagang babayaran po natin yung reagents. Pero pag online, konti lang ho. Kasi for demonstration lang. Sana nga po mag-face-to-face na sa January 2022. Yun ang unang natin dito eh.
Yes po, ma'am. I am reading po the questions in the chat box.
Yes.
And one of the questions there is the concern po for the limited face-to-face. So we are conducting po this meeting for incoming third year and for incoming second year by August 2021. So the limited face-to-face po na sinasabi ni Dean that we were the permit to conduct yung limited face-to-face po na napayagan po kami ay hindi po mag-a-apply as of ngayon sa incoming third year at sa incoming second year po. So kung ang concern po ng everyone is the safety of your students, inuulit ko po, ang limited face-to-face na na-allow na po kami ng CHED will apply po para sa incoming fourth year, internship po. So nothing to worry po sa mga anak ninyo na incoming third year and incoming second year po. Yun lang po, ma'am. Nakita ko po kasi yung question.
Oo, thank you, thank you.
Okay po. Next question po about the block system po. May chances po because ang po
Wala.
ang buong
Ay, naglalag si
subject within
Jejo.
a month.
Naglalag ka, anak. Medyo nawala yung question mo.
Nawala yung ni Jejo.
Nawala yung connectivity.
I can read this. I can read the
Yes,
question.
yes, please, ma'am.
Okay, you can read.
About the
Okay.
block system po, may chances po ba na papalitan? Because ang hirap po to take buong subject within a month po. Parang nagkaroon ka ng introduction na po dito din kanina. Magkakaroon tayo ng changes with regard to yung approach natin ng block system.
Yung amin hong gagawin, yung mga board subjects, papahabain natin 10 weeks. Yun ang binabalak natin. Pwede naman kayo napipressure. Kasi sa block system, pag merong learning block 1, 2, 3, 4, oo, 5 weeks lang bawat block. Pero ang subject nyo, 2 lang. So nakaka-focus talaga kayo. Oo, di ba? Oo. So 2 subjects sa learning block 1, 5 weeks yun. 2 subjects sa learning block 2, oo. Learning block 3, 2. Learning block 4, 2. So ganon, nakaka-focus kayo. Pero ang nakikita po natin, kinonsider sa FGD, lahat ng stakeholders kinonsult. Oo, yung mga magdi-decide ho kami at ang nadidesisyonan nga namin, yung mga board course para mas mahaba ang time at saka mahaba yung pag-aral ng mga bata sa gagawin nating 2 blocks lang. So 10 weeks instead na 5 weeks. Yun ang aming ipapa-approve pa namin sa academic affairs na magsasubmit kami sa Lunes. Kasi pinactor in ho namin lahat ang mga suggestion ng lahat. Oo. Oo. So we have to have a common ground. Oo. Opo.
Ma'am, may I add? Remember, nagpa-survey po tayo sa mga bata.
Yes.
Yes, lalo po ang ating mga professional courses, what they would like to happen. So whatever the result, actually nagtatali na sila. So I hope that majority, ito rin talaga ang gusto ng ibang faculty members, so that we have enough time to discuss the important matters when it comes to professional courses. So yun po. Nagpa-survey po kami sa lahat sa mga bata, sa lahat po ng campuses. Salamat po.
Ma'am, may another question pa po dito.
Yes.
As a parent, what will be the benefit of this CLP for the third year students in the second sem if face-to-face classes are not yet sure? What is your assurance that the students are learning through this simulation? And please prioritize our children's health.
Oo, opo, naintindihan po namin. Oo, sige po. Salamat po sa nagtanong. Oo. Really, the clinical lab practice is an enhancement, especially for the students who did not have hands-on training. So before they go into internship, at least kahit na po hindi face-to-face, merong simulation lab na talagang nakikita sa actual laboratory conducted by really registered medtechs. Makikita rin nila. Nasabi ko nga po, we cannot have any control on the situation. We are happy if mawawala na ang pandemic. Sana po mag-magic, January 2022, applicable ho ito, no? So it's better ho na may CLP tayo kasi even before ho, may CLP na kami. In the 1970s, kasi nag-first year ako 75. Oo, graduate ako 79. Before me pala, meron na ng mga CLP. Kaya lang, hindi siya sinasama sa curriculum. Parang stand-alone lang, parang requirement lang for internship. So wala siyang structure. So hindi na-appreciate at hindi nasasama sa transcript. In essence, yung additional training, hindi na-appreciate ng mga employers. And this CLP was already institutionalized even before. Kaya lang, hindi siya sinama sa curriculum. Mas beneficial po pag sinama sa curriculum kasi yung added benefits ng credential richer. Oo, when you request for certificate of training, we can add this. At talagang official, galing sa school. Importante ito kasi talagang hands-on ito. Lalo pag nag-face-to-face ho tayo. Pero pag hindi, this will be online. And of course, handled pa rin ng mga practitioner. Kasi talagang mahirap po, talagang mag-i-imagine lang sila kung ano ginagawa at anong gagawin sa lab. So pag mag-i-imagine lang po tayo, parang we are not confident. So this will give confidence and for them to be familiar with the actual thing that is done in the lab. Because these are the oftentimes required in the lab na gagawin. Mga pasyente, before hoping na ng doktor, may mga result na tayo for the benefit of everyone. 65 to 70% of clinical decisions, doctors' decisions depend on the lab. So it is but proper that we train our graduates, our students, that they will be reliable medical technologists or medical laboratory scientists. Pato, ganito na po yun eh. May ganyan na kami. Parang finormalize lang ho natin para kasama sa curriculum na talagang naiiba. Meron talaga. Meron talaga. Oo. Kasi maghihirap sila. Tapos wala namang credit. Kunting training lang. At dito po, mas siseryosohin ang mga bata. Oo, talagang ano sila. Kasi nakalagay sa transcript to. Laboratory component.
Ma'am, may question pa po. If in case daw po matutuloy yung face-to-face classes by January 2021,
2022?
2022 rather, paano po mag-a-apply yung CLP in both Malolos and Las Piñas students daw po?
Okay, very good. Okay, ito po ang maganda dito. Since part of the curriculum in Manila, we are letting our teachers in the clinical laboratory take care of CLP. In the classroom, nasa classroom sila, may mga gamit naman tayo talaga. Okay. In Malolos, if the face-to-face will go on, teachers in Malolos who are RMT will teach the students how to perform because all professional subject courses are RMT. They all know how to do this. Also in Malolos, in Las Piñas, in Makati, that will be applicable. Yun nga po ang maganda na ang CLP kasama na sa curriculum. They don't need to go to Manila. They will be in campus. Kasi subject eh. Kasama sa curriculum eh. May classroom sila pag face-to-face. Gagawin yan. Magagawa natin yan. Ang mga teacher ho natin, lahat RMT. Oo. Tapos if there is a need, we have our clinical laboratory staff. RMT rin sila. Nagiging on-site na ho kasi in the past, pumupunta pa sila sa Manila para mag-CLP. With the addition to the curriculum, this will be on-site. On-site na ho yan. We are duty-bound to really offer it on-site. No need to travel to Manila, which has the complete facilities for CLP. Thank you.
Excuse me. I can see her questions about the library or library resources.
Sige na.
Okay. In all campuses, CEU campuses, okay, we have an assigned librarian for each school. Okay. Now in Manila, yung mga nagtatanong from Manila campus, okay, for MedTech, the librarian that is assigned to us at pwedeng mag-assist po sa inyo is Miss Kat DG Estrella.
Sikat.
To give you, actually, sa MedTech Help Desk, you can get the email address of Miss Kat DG Estrella. Okay, pero ibibigay ko na rin po, pwede na rin pong isulat. This is for Manila campus. Small k, d, g, Estrella at ceu.edu.ph.
Siguro i-type mo, Tina. Pa-type mo, Tina, sa chat box.
Okay, para makita ng lahat.
Makita, oo. Yung sa Makati, Carmen, sino?
Yes po. Thank you so much for that question. Actually, I directly answered it to the parent. You can check po the email of your students. Meron po kaming mga email blast. Lahat po, no? Lahat ng aming students from first year to fourth year. In fact, kasi may fourth year po kami ngayon, ano? That we have actually online internship. So meron po kaming in-email blast yung mga link, no, for them to reach our librarian. Kasi for each department po, may naka-assign po talaga na librarian. So they can email, they can ask help, kung ano po yung gusto nilang hiramin. So pwede naman po yun. Apo, naka-email blast po yun din. Baka ano. Tsaka ang alam ko po, ipinopost po yan ng mga officers natin sa ating Facebook
social
account.
media.
Yes po. Thank you po.
Ma'am, I am seeing again questions.
Sige,
Queries
okay.
po, yung concern po ng parents, what if limited face-to-face will not yet be allowed sa second year, sa third year, sa first year? What is the assurance daw po that the skills of the students will be enhanced through CLP if CLP will be delivered virtually po?
Okay. CLP is part of the curriculum, so it will be delivered virtually. As I have said, expert teachers, seasoned practitioners will handle. Our seasoned practitioners can also do return demonstration. So, may hawak po na, like in dentistry, no? May hawak na gamit ang mga estudyante, and then through video, they will now do return demonstration to the teacher. For the teachers to know if the skill has been developed. Yung po ang aanuhin dyan. Naka-video, sa dentistry ganun yung pamangkin ko kahapon, nakatapos gumawa ng root canal, maghapon through video. Nakikita ang product. So, may video tayo kung hindi matutuloy yung face-to-face. So, return demonstration. Paano ba mag-streak? Pwede naman po yan Pwede naman po yan. Oo, gagawin natin yan. Yun ang aming assurance na talagang makikita ng teacher na natuto ang bata. Ginagawa po yan. May way of looking at the techniques. Tama ba yung streaking? Tama ba yung pag-handle ng test tube? Tama ba pagkuha ng dugo? Meron naman po di ba ang technology ngayon? Oo, nagulat ako sa pamangkin ko, nakagawa ng sa kahapon. Maghapon nilang ginawa. Binabantayan sila ng teacher nila. Ganun po ang gagawin natin sa CLP para ma-assure natin. May hawak na gamit. Yan, pwede yan, may hawak na gamit. Tapos, i-demonstrate ng teacher muna and then, i-return demonstration ng bata para ma-assure tayo. In the comforts of your home, they can do that. They can do that.
Ma'am, paulit-ulit po yung question on face-to-face. Siguro po, ma'am, hindi nila naiintindihan yung JMC kasi po, ang CHED po ang may tinatawag po kasing JMC, yung Joint Memorandum Circular issued po ng CHED.
Ito ngayon, hawak ko.
Opo, yun pong JMC na yun, nakapaloob po doon kung ano po or sino po yung papayagan ng limited face-to-face. And according po dun sa CHED, okay, dun po sa JMC nga po, as of ngayon po, ang talagang allowed lang po to conduct limited face-to-face under the MedTech program po ay incoming fourth year. Incoming fourth year. At yun din po yung permit na nakuha na ng CEU. Kaya lang as of the moment, the JMC is suspended. Kaya po pag na-lift yun, yung mga incoming fourth year namin by June, they will already have yung limited face-to-face. Yun lang po yung napayagan ang CEU. At yung ibang eskwelahan po na nagpa-inspect for the limited face-to-face. Na-approve po ang UST, pero ang na-approve po sa kanila, fourth year lang din po. Internship. Pero the first year, the second year, the third year students, still online pa rin po until sinabi po ng CHED to go on limited face-to-face.
Opo, kasi gobyerno naman po ang nag-aano talaga, nagmamandate. Sumusunod lang po tayo.
Dean, there's a question here
Yes.
about the irregular students,
Mm-mm.
about the subjects. I think parents are actually afraid. How these their kids can go on with their internship na meron pong mga backlog. Are we going to offer summer po ba? Or ito po yung question dito, no?
Ang summer ho kasi magraran yan June, July. Ang internship po June kasi 12 months. So, pag natapos nila nag-summer sila hanggang July, before opening of the first sem, hindi sila pwedeng humabol ng June internship. Doon sila sa January internship. Ganon. Para hindi sila ma-delay ng 1 year, 1 sem lang.
Ma'am, may importanteng tanong akong nakita dito.
Sige nga, anak.
Okay.
Sige.
Regarding CLP po and lab management. Siguro ma'am, siguro po yung nagtanong, baka po ang anak niya ay either transferee or shifter. Okay? So, ang question niya ma'am, regarding CLP and labman, what if na-take na ng student this semester yung lab management? I-retake po ba niya yon kasi may dagdag po na CLP or hindi na po?
Okay. Saan galing na school?
Ma'am,
Kasi,
ma'am, kasi parang ko lang yon ma'am, inassume ko lang kasi yung question nga niya, inassume ko lang ma'am na transferee or irregular.
Irregular.
Baka irregular to ma'am.
Kung siya ay incoming fourth year, ang curriculum niya 2018. So wala siyang CLP kasi ang curriculum niya 2018. Kinuha niya ang CLP in the guise of special topics. Kasabay namang incoming fourth year. Ito, applicable ito sa incoming second year, incoming third year. Opo.
Dean, another question here.
Sige, thank you.
Yes, this is actually coming from Eps Natabunan. Kay Dr. Phil Pangilinan, I'd like to appreciate this question. If a student got positive during the face-to-face classes, how are you going to address it? How about the vaccine of the students? So this is a very good question. Based sa JMC po, na minandate ng CHED, only incoming fourth year lang po ang pinayagan mag-limited face-to-face. So ito po yung kanilang internship. So for the meantime, tayo po, the incoming second year and incoming fourth year, wala pa po. Okay, wala pa po tayong
incoming third year
face-to-face classes until we're going to wait for the go signal of CHED. So I hope, of course, CHED knows everything, that they actually assures, na the assurance of the safety of the students. In fact, last year, when pandemic started, nagkaroon kagad sila ng announcement that we need to pull out all our interns. That was last March 2020.
March 10.
Po? March 10 last year. So nung minandate po yun ng CHED, talaga pong nagkagulo kaming mga CI, automatic po nagkaroon po kami ng ASAP communication with our accredited hospitals, just simply to pull out our interns kasi nga yung safety ang iniisip namin.
Is the most important.
And just praise God, ma'am, kasi wala naman pong nangyaring hindi maganda sa mga interns at that time. Maaga po tayong nag-alis sa kanila.
Salamat sa Diyos, no?
Opo.
Parang tama ba yung may tanong yata ang isang parent? Halimbawa, nag-i-internship. Oo, nagkaroon ng COVID. Oo. Kasi before papasok sa internship, magpapa-RT-PCR. Tapos throughout the internship, imo-monitor ng clinical instructor. May mga clinical instructors po tayo. Oo. Tapos po, magpapahinga muna. Oo. Then later on, babalik sa duty, pero magpapatest ulit kung negative na. Ganun po, nakalagay po yan sa JMC. Masyado pong maano ang CHED. Oo, syempre, yan, bata ang inuuna ito, hawak ko ang JMC. Pwede niyo po i-download sa website.
Ma'am, good afternoon. Thank you for answering my question. This is Dr. Pangilinan. I am
Yes, sir.
very well aware po doon sa mga incoming interns po natin. Talagang
Opo, sir.
kailangan
Opo,
po talagang the safety of the student. What I am asking primarily po is during the start of the face-to-face for the third year students on their second sem on January, hindi ho
if
natin
ma-approve, sir.
kung ma-approve po.
Opo,
Kasi
sir.
hindi po natin masasabi kung how long the virus will stay
Opo,
with us.
correct po,
Kasi
correct.
even though we have the vaccines,
Opo,
marami pa rin po tayong cases. Kasi as a parent, tulad ko ho, doktor po ako. Even
Opo.
though I'm a doctor, I'm protective, very
Opo.
protective. Kahit
Opo.
pagdating sa clinic ko, sa hospital.
Opo.
Siyempre ho, natatakot ako pag yung anak
Opo.
ko ang magkakaroon ng ganito. Hindi naman ho natin mabigyan ng vaccine po ang mga bata
Opo.
na yun kasi hindi ho
Opo.
sila priority.
Priority.
Except otherwise, they are going on their internship.
Mm-mm.
Tama po, ma'am.
Opo, sir. Opo, Doc.
Yun lang ho yung question ko. Sana ma-consider ho natin yung safety ng students kasi
Ay,
alam
sir.
naman ho natin yung protocols
Opo.
and guidelines. So pag magkakaroon ng face-to-face kung
Opo.
ma-approve ito, as a parent to, yun ho ang number one na worry natin talaga. So yun lang ang sa amin. But as a doctor, I am really doing everything na bago mag-intern itong anak ko, mabibigyan ko ho ng bakuna ito.
Ay, salamat po.
Sana all, no, ma'am?
Opo, sana po all. Thank you, Doc. Thank you po, Dr. Pangilinan. Parang nakilala ko ng ano.
Ang problema ho kasi sa vaccine natin, ma'am, talagang hindi ho natin alam kung kailan mabibigyan.
Yun nga po ang hirap po
Marami hong may scarcity sa vaccine. Alam naman ho natin yan.
Opo, alam po natin yan.
Yun lang po. And thank you. At least naiisip po natin talaga yung safety. And then,
ay, opo.
Yung mga question ho dito, nakita ko about the mental problem, mental question ng parents. Sana masagutin ho natin at ma-address po.
Yes po.
Maraming salamat po.
Salamat po, Doc, for commenting and telling us information.
Thank you so much po.
Okay, yung mga questions dito, ma'am, na iba din, na-address na po namin directly, no? Tulad ng sa mental health, yung mga we would like to inform for the sake of every parent. I know I'm also a parent, so I know that we are all worried with the mental status of our students because of blocking, ang bilis ng pacing. But actually, we also have a link. Your still, of course, inaan natin, ginagalang natin yung Data Privacy Act kasi may mga batang ayaw magsabi sa teacher, ayaw magsabi sa mga heads or even sa deans. So we actually give the link to them of guidance and counseling and testing department. So may mga expert po tayo doon na kumakausap sa kanila. In fact, pag nagkasakit ang mga bata, nakikita ko nagbibigay po sila ng mga mga well cards. Ini-email po nila. At kung minsan kinakausap po talaga nila, madalas po kinakausap nila. So yun po, na-address na po yung...
Sige po, may input ako. Dear parents, dear students, alam natin, punong-puno ang blocking system natin. Pag hindi po kaya na mag-submit ng requirements, pwede naman po magsabi sa faculty, yung faculty member, ang ilalagay sa command, pag nag-encode ng grade is INC, incomplete. Pwede pong mag-complete ang bata. Halimbawa, hindi ka ready. Oo, masyado kang maraming requirement. Hindi mo mabit ang deadline. Pwede naman po kausapin ng teacher. At pag hindi kayo pinapakinggan ng teacher, pwede naman po kayo mag-email sa amin. Medtech Help Desk. Oo, Medtech Help Desk. Alam yan ng mga bata. Pwede mag-email. Sasagutin ho namin yan at tutulungan ho. Na, ano nga po talaga namang ang technology kahit paano we get connected. Pwede po yon. Halimbawa, na-stress ka, punong-puno ka. Pwede naman po mag-request po Oo, pwede po.
Basta
Incomplete muna. Basta po alam namin. Oo, alam ng teacher. At maganda po ipaalam na rin sa office para alam din namin ang mga staff ko. Para at least kung magkaanuhan, alam, di ba ho? Magre-recommend kami. Pwede ho yan, may provision for that. Para mabawasan yung pagmamadali ng mga bata. Kasi we understand ho. We understand really. Talaga, we understand. Doon naman po sa internship pala, gusto kong i-emphasize, sabi po ng JMC, yung mga mag-i-intern, meron 2 options. Pag halimbawa na talagang yung parent, hindi niya mapayagan ng anak niya, pwede naman po mag-leave of absence without prejudice to residency. Okay ho yun. Para safe ang mga bata. Wala naman pong problema doon. Naka-provide ho dito Pwede niyo po i-download ito sa sa website ng CHED. Joint Memorandum Circular. Guidelines on the gradual reopening of campuses of higher education institutions for limited face-to-face classes. Sa website ho ng CHED. Joint Memorandum Circular. 2021 ho ito February na 001. Pwede po na para guided po tayo. Nagkita-kita rin po tayo virtually. May tanong pa yan, virtually. Kung in-campus to, ang ganda magkita-kita. Ngayon, virtual lang ho tayo. May mga technical problem. Oo, lahat po yan kinoconsider natin.
Ma'am, may magkakamukhang tanong po.
Oo.
Sige.
Last semester po ata ito or last April, wala daw po bang academic break? Break. Tapos ang tanong ditong isa about academic break pa din po, i-consider niyo po ba na magkaroon ng academic break next school year?
Hindi ko pwedeng sagutin, pero sa meeting namin kahapon, we do not call it academic break. Parang may longer, parang pag mag-learning block 4 na, may longer days. Yun ang sinasabing academic break siguro. Kasi na-consider din yan Ganun yun. Kasi po, hindi naman tayo pwedeng talagang todong academic break kasi we are also tied by the ones we submitted to CHED. Dapat matapos natin. Lalo ngayon yung learning block 4, di ba? Yung 4 blocks. Kaya nga sinusolusyonan natin yung mga board exam gagawing 10 weeks instead of 5 weeks. That way, yung pagkilala sa teacher, pag-aral ng lesson, lalo ang mga board courses, talagang matututukan po, hindi magmamadali. Naintindihan po natin yan. Oo. May problema ba sa quizzes? Pag you approach your teachers are also very accommodating. Nabanggit nila kahapon na medyo may mahabang from learning block 3 to learning block 4 kasi medyo pagod na yan Parang may mas mahabang time span.
Ma'am, siguro ito na yung last na nakita ko dito. Na may kamukha pa rin po ito kanina sa nabasa ko. Kanina ma'am, may mga questions about yung sa mental health. So we refer talaga po our students sa guidance. Pero may comment po dito, may question na yung daughter daw po niya consulted sa guidance but they never took her concern seriously.
I'm sorry for that. Anong campus ho ito para ma-address natin? Anong campus ho? Is it Las Piñas? Is it Makati?
Yeah, Makati daw, ma'am. Makati.
Oo. Makati ba yan, anak? O
Yes,
sige.
ito, sinagot
Carmen.
na po ako.
Oo, Mrs. Romero.
Angel Nicole Romero.
Makati.
Yes, may I know bakit si Dr. Martinez, very vigilant when it comes to endorsement of the students who are actually experiencing mental problem or stress. nakakarating sa email ko. Actually, CC po kasi ako.
Ganito,
anyway,
men. Ganito, men. May I
Yes po.
suggest? May I suggest para ma-unearth ito? Kasi concern ito eh. Concern to ng
lahat.
parent.
Yes, opo,
Oo.
opo.
Ito ang gawin mo, Carmen. Ma'am Romero, please
Yes.
resend your email. Yung dating email mo na hindi in-address ni
Yes.
guidance.
Alam
And
po
then,
ni
and then, Ma'am Dison will forward
Yes.
that, address that, and also tell me what happened, Carmen.
Opo,
Kasi
opo.
hindi pwede hindi ina-address.
Yes, how come that
Kung tayo nga, puyat na, kahit gabi na,
Oo.
nasagot natin eh. Yun,
Mhm.
lalo na yan. So I
Sige
think,
po.
tinan natin ang sitwasyon kung bakit nagkaganon.
At
We also
sino ang
listen to the side
nilapitan
of,
niya? Opo.
listen to the side of Mrs.
Yes.
Martinez, Dr. Martinez, yung head doon.
Opo.
I-promise mo yan kay Ma'am Romero, ha? Bigyan mo ko ng report.
Yes, ma'am. You can address it to me directly kung gusto niyo po. Para po. Alam po ni Ms. Romero ang aking email.
Hindi, i-resend na lang siguro kay Gina and then i-CC mo ako, CC.
Sige po.
Para alam ko anong nangyayari. Ano rin
Sige
nakikita.
po.
Sa thread, nakikita ko.
Okay, salamat po. Thank you so much
Thank you
po,
also.
Ma'am Romero.
Karamihan, ma'am, ng question ay about blocking ng subjects. Karamihan ng questions about academic break.
Oo, talagang na-stress ng mga bata.
Yung ibang concern nila, ma'am, about yung scholarship. Kasi,
Scholarship.
ito po kasi, di po ba, this meeting was called because po of curricular, to explain po yung curricular enhancement. Siguro po yung concerns about po sa scholarship, siguro po email na lang po, ma'am, tama po ba?
Bukas actually meron tayong i-kumustahan for the info of all parents. Meron po kaming i-kumustahan. Yung mga concern ho ninyo ng mga bata, students, pagkikaskade ho sa mga officers. May i-kumustahan ho kami. Pag may reklamo sa faculty, meron nangyaring ganito. Bukas meron na naman eh, once a month yun eh. Pero pag ganyang siguro i-email na lang, i-email para masolusyonan natin at marinig naman natin at maipahatid doon sa point person. At marinig din naman natin yung side, yung other side. Ganon. Pwede naman po email. Pwede po, pwede.
They are waiting daw po kasi din for the approval of scholarship. Kailan daw po nila marireceive yung signed form?
Okay. Is Mrs. Harabejo there? Says? I think Says
Hello,
is
ma'am.
there.
Yes.
May pending ka bang pipirmahan natin? Ang dami na scholarship. Di ba hindi ka nagpipending?
Ma'am,
Pirma ka agad?
meron pong mga pending this week kasi po nagkaroon ng ISO visit. So I have to...
You have to finish that tonight. Please?
Yes po. Tapos may mga iba naman po, basta pag sinend sa akin, pinipirmahan ko na rin po agad.
Mabilis,
Then i-forward po ulit sa registrar. So the registrar will forward it to accounting. Tapos po after that, yung malalaman nyo po na may mag-email sa inyo na Manila enrollment, from admission po yun, sila po ang magbibigay ng final email sa inyo ng copy nyo na signed.
May solution tayo dyan, Ses. May recommendation ako. Every day, iaano mo sila, yung scholarship. Paliparin mo para mawala sa'yo at mag-move. Iano mo yan. Kasi matatapos na yung SEM. Siyempre, yung mga bata.
Recently lang din naman, ma'am, na ipas sa akin ng admission.
So
sige
tonight, tapusin
Yes,
mo anak tonight, please, ha? Para, kasi tatapos lang SEM, siyempre nagwo-worry sila. Learning block 4 na eh.
Yes, ma'am, sinasagot ko rin naman yung ibang nag-i-email.
Ang dami kasing scholars natin eh. Ang daming scholars.
Yes. Dami tayong scholars ngayon.
Ang dami. Mga culture and sensitivity.
So siguro, ma'am, na yun, wala na po. Kasi
pwede naman po mag-email. Yan mo tina yung email. Pwede mag-email sa atin.
Karamihan talaga, ma'am, ng concerns dito yung sa block.
The black.
So, gaya po ng nabanggit ni Mrs. Dison, dear students, rest assured na ginagawan niya ng paraan
Opo.
ngayon.
Ginagawan po ng paraan.
And,
Kasi alam natin yung concern. Kami nga rin napipressure din, di ba? Oo, kasi ang dami rin namin So lalo na kayo, kaya naintindihan po namin, kaya in-study po yan. Oo, in-study po. At we will improve. Oo. Para mas mag-benefit kayo, students, syempre. Yan naman ang ating prime objective, to help students. Yan ang ating talaga, help students palagi.
in fact, din, may talk.
Sige.
Remember po din, supposedly, kahapon yata ang ating academic planning. Kaya lang na-postpone po by May 17. Maybe this is one of the reasons that the admin is actually considering.
That is the reason. That's the reason.
Yes, opo.
They have to do FGD
Yes,
and
opo,
really
opo.
analyze everything. Consult students, consult faculty,
Kaya
consult
na-postpone.
everyone.
Opo, opo. So, it's, wag po kayong mag-alala, no? Rest assured po na ginagawa
Na-address
ito
po
ng
yan.
paraan. Opo.
Ginagawan po ng paraan. At pina-factor in ho lahat. Kasi may kanya-kanyang palagay po eh. Siyempre, administration, we should get a common ground na magbe-benefit lahat. Pinapakinggan naman po lahat. Pero siyempre, we have to decide which is the most beneficial to all concerned. Ganun po yun. Yung scholarship, anak ha, Ses, paliparin mo ng scholarship nila para at least before ma-receive ang certificate.
Madami tayong scholars.
Alam niyo po yung yung Manila Vaccine Facility, pag nakatira sa Manila o nagwo-work sa Manila o student ng Manila, pwede mag-register doon. Ano rin po?
Meron pa ba, teens?
May ayuda sa akin. Yung sa pwede mag-register kasi sa yung pamangkin ko kasi may comorbidity, 22 years old. Na-vaccine na siya, naka-second dose na. Kasi yun ang priority, di ba? May mga comorbid, senior, may comorbidity eh. Yung wala kasi hindi di ba, Doc Pangilinan?
Wala pa po kami rito
Parang
sa
si Doc
Laguna.
Pangilinan ang tumulong sa atin sa Bataan. Mark, siya ba yun, Mark, si sir? Yung tumutulong sa atin sa isang hospital? Bataan? Yan, about the number of activities. Iparating natin yan. O yan, merong concern, no? Too much activities daw. Sino nagbabasa? Tina?
Opo, ma'am. Yun nga, ma'am. Yung concern, inuulit po namin, yung concern about yung number ng blocks, yung mga activities, yung mga number of activities ng mga tasks required per subject. Nakakarating po sa amin tong feedback na to through the katusok sessions. Na i-forward po ni Dean yung concern sa mga department heads, yung mga concern nyo, dear students. Okay? So, yun nga pong sa block system, maghantay lang po tayo kasi gaya nga po ng na-mention kanina, ginagawan po yan ng paraan.
Paraan po. Yung activities oo, sinasabi ang faculty na gano'n. Pinapadala namin sa heads, academic heads. Sumasagot ang faculty, nagsasabihan. Ibang faculty kasi excited masyado, ang daming activities. Hindi nila napapansin, punong-puno ang bata.
I think, Dean, ito po yung mga na-address na po ito ni VP mo ako. Kasi ang mga general subject educators, nagba-base lang po kasi sila sa campus. So, pero when it comes to professional, remember po, nag-usap na po tayo rito that we're going to lessen the activities of the kasi na-overwhelm na sila. Yun nga lang ang problema natin yung mga nasa Gen Ed po.
Sa core.
So yun, opo, sa core po ang concern nitong mga bata.
Kasi sa professional content kami talaga. Syempre board course, content. Kaya yung mga activities na hindi naman worthwhile para gumaan ng konti sa bata, talagang tinatanggal namin. Kasi ang atin dito to develop knowledge and skills Professional board exam. Sige.
Okay po. Ma'am, may tanong po dito. Is there a next agenda pa po ba? Can we proceed na po? I believe all concerns has already been addressed.
Okay, sige. Next. Ina lang last. Thank you, ma'am.
Last pa lang. Okay.
Yes.
We are all, I know that parents are also busy.
Yes. Let's make it
Kasi
fast.
talaga pong this meeting was called to explain po the change in the placement of the subject interprofessional practice. Tama ba? Tama po.
Yes.
Opo. Okay. Ang directly po maaapektuhan nun is the incoming third year. So
Opo.
yung second year po, incoming second year,
Hindi
wala
pa.
pa pong effect yun sa kanila. Magiging effective po yun pag nag-third year na po sila.
Opo.
The same way, yung additional 1 unit po for the inclusion po ng CLP. Doon sa labman, magte-take effect po yan para dun sa incoming third year. Pero not sa incoming second year.
Sige. Okay na po siguro tayo kasi nakakaya sa parents.
Question, pwedeng sagutin ito ni Sis. Itong computation ng GWA for Dean's List, kasama po ba ang PE? At saka yung regarding scholarship refund. Ma'am Sis, Mrs.
Hindi po ba ma'am nasa nasa student's handbook ito?
Yes. Kaya lang pa rin nilang i-clarify.
Ganito yan. Pag scholarship po, kasama ang PE. Ang hindi kasama yung social arts. Pero pag kasama talagang mandated ng CHED, PE is mandated, kasama yan. Sa computation po. Yung mga ng CEU lang na social arts, mga refinements, hindi yan. Pero pag talagang nasa CMO ng CHED, kasama yan, like PE. Opo.
Siguro ma'am, suggestion po, can we make an announcement through the medtech page about po sa refund ng scholarship?
Oo.
Yung mga ganito pong mga
para malinawan.
Para po updated din po ang mga students. And dear students, para updated kayo from time to time, visit the medtech page. Kasi most of the time nandoon ang announcement.
Official announcement. Oo. Sige, tama. Maganda yung suggestion na yan. Maglagay tayo. Sige.
Okay, last na po. To clarify lang po, buong 12 months po ng 4th year ay intended for internship. Na-mention po ni Dean, aside from internship, may kasabay po siya. Yung special topics 1 and 2. These subjects focus on updates or current trends po. Kapag habang nag-i-intern sila, kailangan na-update po sila ng mga current trends or current trends, or issues sa
advances sa medtech.
Okay, or medical laboratory science. Kasabay din po nun, merong medtech assessment 1 and 2. Ito po yung review, parang enhancement po. Ito parang mag-start na po silang mag-review for the board exam. Yes, the content of the 4th year, courses ay hindi lang po sa CEU. This is a standard curriculum po under 4th year level. Meron pong kasabay ang internship ng special topics 1 and 2 and medtech assessment 1 and 2. Pag yan, buong schools ng medtech sa Pilipinas.
Galing po yan sa CHED. Paki-download po, CMO 13, Series of 2017. CMO 13, Series of 2017. Andun po yan, yung mga subject. Yes, Carmen.
Last na po siguro ito din.
Opo.
Ito napakagandang tanong, Do you or we consider programs of procuring vaccines to the students since private entities are also allowed to do so? So, ito po, remember nagpa-survey po tayo only for the employees of CEU, all campuses, but hindi ko po ito kayang sagutin. No? It's,
Hindi ko rin
talks
kayang
about,
sagutin. Hindi ko rin kayang sagutin.
Yes.
I-take note na lang siguro natin yan at sabihin natin sa administration.
Yes, opo. We should consider that also.
I-take note, paki-take note, men.
Salamat po, Ma'am Grace.
Salamat po.
Wala na po sigurong question regarding
sige.
sa curricular enhancement.
Doon na tayo sa waiver.
Po ang next.
Dr. Liwanag. Kasi we should have
Sino po ito?
Ikaw yan, Tina.
Ako po ba? Okay. So, all the dear students and parents po, the curricular enhancements were presented to you already po. Yung placement po, change sa placement po ng interprofessional, then the inclusion of CLP as part of laboratory management subject. So, related po sa mga curricular changes, may we ask the student and also po yung parent, okay? Yung parent po to sign this waiver that you were informed of the additional 1 unit CLP to be added as laboratory component of lab management, which was originally a 2-unit pure lecture course. Then, yung pinakababa po, I agree to pay the fees for the clinical laboratory practice. So, yun po. Hindi ko makita yung ilalim.
Pakita mo yung ibaba para may alam nila. Pakita mo.
Wala ata yung ibaba, ma'am.
Paano yung ibaba?
Yung ibaba, pero isi-send po ito sa kanila din.
May parang space, pipirmahan ng bata and parents, and then the date. The date.
We will ask po the students and the parents to sign po this waiver na ibig sabihin you were informed po of these changes, these enhancements po. So actually, ito po ay parang form na may part po dun sa form na pipirma kayo po pare.
Natin makita? Nasaan kaya yun? Try nga natin.
Yeah, do you want me to share, Tiens? I have the copy.
Ano mo nga, Tiens? Carmen?
Share
Yes,
ko na ito.
Stop share mo muna. Thank you.
Okay, thank you po. Thank you, Tiens. Okay, so this is it, no? Is it already visible to your screen?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Forward po. Share screen. Parang would you please allow me to share? Okay, sige, ayan. Okay. Kaya pala hindi ako maano. Okay, so ito na po.
Kompleto ba yan? Yan. Oo nga, oo.
Is it already visible na po? So ito po yun. Kasi for the sake of presentation, we just included that in our PowerPoint a while ago. So, pero ito po yung darating sa mga email ng mga bata. And then, it must, it is already, after this, no? Maybe, kailan po natin i-email sa kanila din?
Tonight. Pwede na tonight.
Okay, so ito po yung waiver. Okay, that you are informed and you are able to attend this afternoon regarding our discussion for our curriculum enhancement. So ito po yun. Thank you po. Stop sharing na po ako. Okay.
Ang bilis mawala.
Ay, sorry po.
Okay lang, sige. Alas 6 na pala, ano? Kasi nag-start tayo, nagka-technical
Opo.
technical glitch. I'm sorry ho, nagka-technical glitch talaga. Nag-antay kayo. Oo.
Pasensya na po kayo.
Okay,
Pero-
thank you very much,
Pero kami po
Dr. Bermido.
masipag magturo. Thank you po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Bermido, Dr. Patron, Dr. Luwanag, and Professor Dison for answering their questions and some clarifications. To end our program, to deliver his word of thanks to the attendees in today's program, let us welcome the
Si
Vice
Dr. Olaer.
President for Student Affairs,
Yes.
Dr. Carlito B. Olaer.
Sir, andyan si Sir.
Andito na ba si Sir?
Ayan niya si Sir. Hi, Sir. Diyan si Sir.
Mark, andito ba? Ay, si Ma'am Anastasio. Andito si Ma'am Anastasio. Would like to acknowledge the presence
Ayun, si Ma'am. Oo.
the Vice President for CEU Malolos, Dr.
Thank you. I've been with you
Sige.
early.
Sige,
I
si
was
Ma'am.
able to listen to your discussion.
Si Ma'am, word of thanks si Ma'am, BP Anastasio of Malolos. May
Ah,
program
okay.
po tayo.
Baka
Sige,
nandiyan
Ma'am. In place of Dr.
Baka
Olaer.
nandyan?
Wala po.
Wala siya,
Hindi siya
okay.
makapasok kanina. We like to introduce to you our very able and very industrious, very magaling BP for Malolos, Dean of Studies, where she takes care of our medtech program in Malolos also. Our very own Dr. Flordelisa Anastasio. Ma'am, take it away.
It's already good evening, my dear parents, my dear medtech students of Manila, Makati, and Malolos, and my dear
Las
Dean.
Piñas, Ma'am.
And Las Piñas, of course, yeah. And Dean Bermido and all the assistant deans, assistant deans and faculty. It's really a long day for you. I know you had technical glitch because I wanted to
Opo.
enter earlier.
Opo.
Maaga po ako, kaya lang hindi ako
Thank you,
nakapasok.
Ma'am.
But
Opo.
nonetheless, this was a fruitful meeting. You were able to explain very well. And I know that the parents are also happy that you have this enrichment program through the clinical clinical laboratory practice. So my dear parents, thank you for your cooperation and your unending support to the quality education of your children. To our dear students of MedTech, I know you are all very, very happy with this program. That's why you are here with us in CEU. I know your apprehensions really are on the face-to-face, limited face-to-face, but
Yes,
please be assured that you are our children, so we will not expose you to danger, to risk.
Yes
Kasi
po,
mga anak
yes.
din namin kayo.
Amen.
Diba? So,
Amen.
know for sure that if it's not allowed, then we will still continue
Of course.
with the online or virtual learning. But we pray for the swift end of this pandemic. And as soon as we are allowed to do so, we will see each other on campus. So I hope that you will accomplish the waiver and send it immediately to Dean Bermido so that she can already make her finalize her proposal to management. So thank you so much for joining us. I know the parents are still going to prepare perhaps dinner. We're sorry we cannot serve dinner this time, but rest assured that we are doing our best in the school, in the university, to make your learning worthwhile. And as we have made our hashtag this pandemic, Centro Escolar will continue to provide quality
education
for all of
for
you.
all.
So thank you so much and have a nice evening. Good night.
Virtual round of applause for our BP for Malolos and Dean of
Thank you,
Studies. Thank
ma'am.
you for your support. Thank you very
Of
much, ma'am.
course.
Thank you,
I'm
dear
always here for
parents.
you.
Thank you,
Opo.
dear parents. Thank you, dear students.
Maraming salamat po.
Opo. And to my staff, thank you. Thank you for the effort and the help. Salamat po, ma'am. Ma'am, magmi-meeting kami, ma'am, tungkol sa CL, sa simulation lab next week. Nag-schedule na, ma'am, ako. Opo, ma'am.
Opo.
Paalam ko lang sa inyo.
Opo. I'll join you. I will join you.
Sige, ma'am. Sige po. That's good. Very good.
Please stay safe and healthy, everyone.
Opo. Stay safe. Bye-bye po.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you po sa lahat.
Godspeed.
Bye.
Mark, thank you. Let's thank AJ also. Sige. Sige po.
Salamat, Mark.
Salamat.
Thank you
Mag-leave na
so
po.
much, Mark.
Sige, bye-bye.
192, 182. So, nag-ano na po.
Kami nag-attend.
Dr. Abelia ho, andito rin.
Ay, sorry. Naku, hindi ko nabati.
Opo, na-acknowledge po rin namin.
Thank you so much po, Dr. Anastasio.
Ay, ma'am, you're there. Sorry to hear your voice.
Ang sarap ng feeling ng may support.
Oo nga,
Thank you
ano?
so much
Nakakatuwa.
po.
Si
And
Ma'am palagi
Reggie,
nakaano yan.
Reggie is also here.
Yes, opo. Si
Yeah, the
Reggie.
program head, the very able program head of MedTech and
Yes.
Pharmacy. Salamat, Reg, Carmen, Eileen, Tina, Mark.
Yeah,
Assess.
of course, Frances, thank you.
Thank you,
Mark,
ma'am. Ma'am Mipi.
Carmen, ma'am.
Thank you so much po.
Thank you po,
Opo,
ma'am.
Bye-bye po. May recording naman po tayo dito.
Oo.
Salamat po.
Yes.
Ma'am Reg, lagi namin kasama sa pagpupuyat. Pasensya ka na,
Alam
Reg.
niyo Ma'am BP, Ma'am Flory, palagi ang kasama sa group chat namin si Reg.
Ayo.
Pag tumawag na ako,
Yan.
nililito siya. Oo, ma'am. Oo, sige, ma'am. Thank you for...
Reg, thank you so
Okay, so,
much.
I leave now. Thank you so
Bye-bye
much.
po. Leave na tayo. Bye-bye
God
po.
bless everyone. Thank you po.
Salamat po. Thank you,
Mike.
Jeju.
Congratulations
Thank you,
to
Jeju.
everyone.
Thank you. Oo, kanina lang tayo nagka-problema kasi inuna ni Jejo papasukin ang mga kabaro niya. Thank you, Jejo. Siyempre, excited
Thank
si
you, Jejo.
Jejo. Bye-bye.
Thank you
Ay,
po.
Jejo!
Thank you, Sir
Wag mo muna
Eugene.
i-leave. Wag mo muna i-leave.
Yes po.
Jejo, sumagot.
Yes po,
Sinulatan
Dean.
ko si Dr. Mark. Lahat kayong CI. Nag-uusap kami ni Dr. ni Sir Orlina tungkol sa uniform.
Eh, opo.
Oo. Kasi nung may comment na si Ma'am Perez, Mark, sagutin mo yun, Mark, para mag-fine tuning na lang ako.
Yes, ma'am. Apo.
Oo. Tapos, baka daw Lunes, ando na yung style ng pro forma ng uniform. Tingnan
Okay po,
natin,
ma'am.
ha? Sige. Okay.
Yes po,
Bye-bye.
Dean. Thank you po.
Congrats, everyone. Ay, nako, salamat.